surprising number of servicemen, more than 1 million in fact, put part of their pay into savings bonds. Their wives, looking ahead to a home, a car, some special training they might want when they muster out. Whatever their reasons, these young lads are carrying on a tradition that started before they were born. It started with their own fathers 25 years ago this year. And we in the entertainment world like to think we've helped establish this tradition. Today, a new generation of stars spreads the good word about savings bonds. But it all reaches back over the years to the dark times of 1941, when our president called the United States Savings Bond Program into being. He needed help in promoting the program, and it was natural for Hollywood to lend a hand. Here were people we already knew all over the country. They'd made us laugh and cry, and now they went out among us so much as glamorous names or star personalities, but as fellow Americans doing what they were good at. That's right, your old friend Lucy was there too, I'm kind of proud to say. That really brings back some great memories. You know, it's hard to believe that it all happened 25 years ago. Seems like it was only yesterday. I remember so well how scores of our Hollywood men went marching off, just like all the rest of the fellows throughout the country, and we kissed them goodbye and felt sad. Gable, Stewart, Taylor, Fonda, Montgomery, not just the stars either. Directors, cameramen, technicians, all those fellows who make the merry-go-round go. And we had our own tragedies, too, right here on the home front. It was on a bond tour that poor Carole's luck ran out. It wasn't exactly a soldier's death, but she died for her country all the same. You remember how it was, everybody pitching in, famous people and great little guys like Steve Vasilakos, who used to peddle peanuts in front of the White House for a living. He peddled bonds, too, and if you bought one, the peanuts were free. Or take the William Whites, a family from Washington. There can't have been much change lying around after feeding 18 kids. Somehow, these good people managed a savings stamp program. They gave in other ways, too. The oldest boy, Theodore, couldn't make this little ceremony. He was busy with the Navy, and all 9 of his brothers eventually came to serve with the armed forces. As the war effort grew, bonds became even more important. We had rallies, big parades, all the old hoopla and boom-de-boom. Went over the top. They helped pay for the ships and the planes and the guns, so our guys were able to get there the fastest, like the man said, with the mostest. It was sad that our commander-in-chief left before the final curtain. But he must have seen victory coming just a few months down the road. Well, it was over at last, and wow, how we kissed the boys hello. And we honored our heroes. And yes, we shed some tears for faces that were missing. Only names to remember now. Well, we thought the war was over and we were to have peace at last, but it didn't quite work out that way, did it? Much as we'd like to, we couldn't lay down our weapons. Our armed forces still stand against communist aggression in Korea, along with the shameful wall in Berlin, and now, Vietnam. As President Johnson said recently, we can't stand on the sidelines while they're in the front lines, but we can back them up with savings bonds. And we still depend on the kids to back us up. Guess it's the only way till the world works out a better one. Gee, wonder if I kissed any of their daddies goodbye. By the way, Do you know what single group of Americans buys the most bonds? Servicemen. Wouldn't you know it? The same young men that might be heading out one of these days for anywhere. Well, I don't pretend to understand it all. I'm just Lucy, you know. But I do know this. Year in and year out, the good old ship of state keeps plowing ahead. There's always good talent around to take the lead. Savings bonds do a lot more than back up our national defense. Look what's going on in space. We're doing okay there, too. And bond money helps that program along. I'm told that during the past 25 years, almost $150 billion worth of bonds have been sold. And that people have cashed in around 2/3 of this for things Americans prize. Nice homes, college for the kids, a vacation. So it isn't all just war and weapons. So let's all celebrate this 25th anniversary. Sure, we still have lots of problems, but lots of hope, too. From the time the pioneers kept one hand on the plow and the other on a rifle, it has never been any different. Anyway, let's all take a bow. Business and industry who do so much through the payroll savings plan, the banks, the advertising industry, the labor unions, women's groups, all the community organizations that keep this very important savings bond program rolling along in high gear. Your country thanks you. God bless you.